This edition of MacVoices is supported by SaneBox. Organize your inbox and never waste time on email again. Sign up today at sanebox.com/MacVoices to save $25 on any subscription. Welcome to MacVoices, live on Facebook. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, we do this every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and wherever you are, you can do the time zone math all by yourself. The whole idea here is to have you interact with us. You are welcome to join us in the Zoom room. The links are in the link to the Zoom is in the chat right now, and also in the show description. And I'll be sharing things out momentarily to my personal feed and to the MacVoices group. And we would love to have you join us in Zoom, or if you're bashful, that's fine. Just come on in and harass us in the chat on Facebook. We have no problem with that, and people have done that frequently. Actually, it's a bit of sport apparently for them. So let's find out who's here as we start the show, and you never know who else might show up. So I'm going to take it as it appears on my screen. First up, Mr. David Ginsburg is back. David, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, as always. Good, always great to be here and enjoy this every week. We've got to get more people come in here and have some fun talking about tech here. And
I know. I think we scare them. I'm not sure why.
We don't bite.
Yeah,
you don't know
exactly.
because I know.
Exactly. So, okay. Well, in that case, then Ms. Kelly Guimont is here. Kelly, welcome.
Hi,
good
Chuck.
to see you.
It's always good to see you. Like David, it always makes me really happy when I'm on top of my game enough to remember that it's 5 o'clock and I need to come talk to you on Tuesday evenings.
Kelly, I keep telling everybody, we all have these fantastic voice assistants, whether it's the A lady or the S lady, whatever. Just right now, don't do it now during the show, but
my calendar.
Just say, hey, remind me at
Lady calendar
Tuesday at quarter of the hour, wherever you are, and then you don't have to worry about it. She'll do your bidding.
That's true.
Last but absolutely not least, Mr. Frank Petrie is here. Frank, welcome. It's good to see you too.
Wow, thank you. It's nice to be had, and I'll be over in an hour to mow your lawn.
I appreciate it.
Nice.
And if my memory serves correctly, we are somewhere in the week of the I'm afraid to say 100th issue of Screencast Online magazine.
They just released the 100th
magazine
on November 1st.
Yeah, the magazine.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yep, 100 issues.
It's free for anybody.
This issue.
Yeah, this issue.
Collective.
Yeah. So, folks, if you aren't familiar with Screencast Online or Screencast Online magazine, definitely go check it out.
You need it.
You need it. You
do.
We will love it.
Whoever you are, whatever you're into, the thing that you enjoy, you need it, because there will be every issue. I learn a new thing.
If you live in Kelly's closet, you should definitely get
it. So congratulations to our friend Don McAllister.
Yay, Don!
Congrats.
Yay!
And the word is that the 1000th SCO is coming out soon.
Yeah, that's coming up too. Yeah, it's then we've got to wait another 80 years?
Yeah. Not the way Don's turning stuff out.
Yeah, really. He puts out. Well, no, we do a tip on Tuesdays. We do a tutorial on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
And Don, I think, I don't know if he's retired or he's got his own gig he's doing on the side. And basically, SEO is sort of like a side hustle, because I know he still does a lot of stuff like David Sparks. He does some of those.
Yeah, but he was doing it all himself for all those years, and I was just like, wow, this is commitment. But now he's got you guys.
Well, you know how that started, don't you? He was the family IT guy, and he didn't feel like driving up to his sister's house.
Yeah.
To show her how to use the computer, and then eventually he thought, I wonder if anybody on YouTube would watch this. People on YouTube started watching, and he goes, I wonder if anybody would pay for it. Did that. Then inevitably things just kept rolling, and then eventually the magazine came along.
He's got a successful
Next thing you know, Don McAllister is an international man of mystery.
Right, and now McAllister Airlines.
Not these days.
Yeah, but as much as he was in the air before, I'm not sure I disagree with that.
Yeah,
that's true.
Disagree with that
because he does travel.
Be sure.
In case you're wondering, folks, what the topic is tonight, there really isn't one. Every so often we throw one of these open mic nights out so that our friends here can tell us what they want to talk about, or you can tell us what you would like to hear us talk about. So if there is something, please, by all means. Again,
First row.
So I do want to say one thing before we get to the lady with her hand up, and that is, it is election night in the United States. We're so glad you joined us because nothing is going to be known until tomorrow, if not a whole lot longer. So don't worry about that. Stick around here. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a lot of fun here. So,
yeah, we are.
With that,
whoa, where's ours?
Well, so when you're done mowing my lawn.
All of a sudden I'm contracted.
No, I made this, and I realized after I made it, since we're going to distract anyway and derail. After I made this, I realized, gosh, like this is a very I try not to wave my Portland around where everyone can see it, and this totally does, because it's local bourbon from a place called Burnside Bourbon, and it's called Cherry Bomb. And what they do is they take cherries, local cherries from the Columbia Gorge area, which is east of here.
And then they
take those cherries, soak them in the bourbon, and then the bourbon is sort of cherry flavored. But then the cherries have a second life, because the cherries, now that they're full of bourbon, become part of a salt and straw ice cream flavor.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So this is bourbon. This is Burnside Bourbon Cherry Bomb with a smidge of soda and a couple of Bordeaux cherries in the bottom. So
we didn't get the cherry bomb or the ice cream.
Sadly, no.
Now we're out too.
Well, I don't have any of the ice cream either right now. So, yeah.
Where's McAllister? Where's McAllister Air when we need
it? Right? Yeah. So anyway, that was it. But the reason I had my hand up is because I wanted to ask you guys something, because we're about to have all the phones, right? Because Friday, the outside two go on pre-order, the Mini and the Pro Max.
Yep.
Go on order because we already got the middle two, and so now it's the outside two. So I'm presuming that all four of us have an iPhone 12 in some fashion, either impending or already. No?
I've already pre-approved my order, so you can do that first. Since
you're going Pro Max.
I'm Pro Max, and I'm in the trade. I'm in the upgrade program through Apple, so I can get pre-approved. So I'm pre-approved through the bank because I've been doing that for the last 4 years. So they just said let him in. I mean, I don't have any problems there. So that's a good thing, is you get to pre-approve first, because in the past it was like I'd be freaking out. Back in those old days when we'd get up at 2 a.m. and have to do it. And I'm, many times I'd be sitting at my bedside and go, I gotta order this thing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And now they do the pre-approval, which is great. So you get the financing piece out of the way, and then all I gotta do is now, which is great, 7 a.m. Central Time is my time.
Right.
Is just jump on the phone and get into the app, and I'm gonna be ready to approve. I've got the Pacific Blue 256 gig 12 Pro Max, is ready to go.
So Chuck, how about you?
I am the iPhone 12 Pro Max 256. What is it this year? Graphite, I think it is.
Okay.
That's mine. I figured there's going to be a run on Pacific Blue because everybody's excited about that.
Yes, we are.
Yes. There you go. But I like your basic iPhone. I don't like it to be distracting. And besides, if I want a color, I can get one of 300 million cases to make it pretty much any color I want. So that just and I've heard, I'm not sure that this has really been borne out, at least for me, but I've heard that the black and the silver are the two best for resale.
Oh,
I don't know if that's true.
But that's the midnight green. So
the Boba Fett green.
Oh, those are
I've had this one, and I'm gonna be sad to let this one go. So
so pretty. So Frank, you're not getting a 12 at all?
No, actually, I'm trying. I'm conducting an experiment. I'm basically broke. So what I did is when they came out with the SE 2020, I have a degree in film, but it has the Gutsy 11 and it has the camera the 11. So I came up with this concept. I wanted to see if I could go out and I bought some Sandmark lenses, bought the SE 2020, and I have an Osmo 3 gimbal. And I want to see if I can do some filming.
Okay.
And come up with something really quality looking with that on a low budget. And actually, I want to, because I was saying before the show, the problems I'm having with my iMac, I'm looking to go down to an iPad Pro-centric lifestyle. I want to see if I can build the entire thing
on iOS.
Yeah, completely.
Okay.
And because I would love, believe me, to get the Dolby Vision, but there's really not a lot of systems out there that can take advantage of playing it.
Right.
So
I was going to say playback is going to be a big is going to be like the big thing for a lot of people.
Yeah, and a few tests they did, they looked really nice.
Well, so much for my question, because I wanted to know what kind of stuff y'all were getting for your new phones.
Oh no, I've got that all slated up too. I'm gonna get. I like the clear case. That's what I had with the spec. Actually, I got that spec case at CES earlier this year. And
I'm currently testing.
Wow.
A black. It's a matte black. Urban Armor Gear UAG. It's got right there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Compostable.
Oh, how's it compostable? So, what's it made of?
It's some sort of like biodegradable plastic, I guess. Like the point of it is that it will biodegrade. It's not going to go in a landfill forever when I get like a 13 Pro or whatever. But I also like that the inside is a little bit kind of squishy with the honeycomb pattern.
Right.
It claims to have the same military grade drop protection as all their other cases. So I'm trying this out, and so far as a case, I dig it because it's the right balance between, if I drop my phone, it's going to be okay, and I have now doubled the size of my phone because I need this massive case. So like, it's pretty lean and mean as a case. It's not making my phone dramatically bigger, but also, and it's lightweight, and it's slightly not really textured, but it's just not slippy.
Good grip.
So like in and out of my pocket and in and out of my purse and stuff. It's easy to hold on to. And the other thing that I have noticed just in general is that I didn't realize how much I loved, I know I loved the square side phone, and I didn't realize how much I loved it until I got it back. And it took like an hour and a half before I was like, oh yes, this is a tiny bit wider than my 11 Pro, but it's grippier than my 11 Pro because the sides are square, and I love it so much, and I miss it. And I didn't realize how sad I was for it to be gone until I got it back, because I knew I missed it, but I didn't realize how big that hole was until now. So
I'm thinking those dimples that are on the inside of the case. That's also got to help with dissipating the heat, I would think.
Yeah, probably.
But I have to wonder. It'll be interesting for you to get the MagSafe charger. I mean, I'm sure that they've talked about that and worked that out.
That's next. Like, I have a number of wireless chargers because I got wireless with my 8, and so I have like a mat, a flat charging mat in the other room. I have a really cool contraption here. I don't remember if I showed you guys that or not. I have a cool contraption here for charging things, and then I also have an upright anchor stand for my nightstand so that I can just set it there at night. So the bulk of my charging is wireless at this point. So I've been sort of toying with the idea of the MagSafe stuff, but I haven't really dug into much of it yet.
Yeah. I have one of the Spigen cases. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, on order because I've had good luck with those. But my theory always is
forever too.
Yeah, I want something on the phone the day it gets here. But then people send me things or for review, or if or I read other people's reviews and I find then the perfect case for my phone.
Yeah. This is my work phone. This is an iPhone 11. This is my work phone, and this is a clear Spigen case. Spigen.
Yeah.
on this one. So
yeah. It sounds a little crazy to say that cases have features, but they really do. I mean, kickstand or finger grips or, well, the MagSafe thing is going to be really interesting because I use a magnetic car mount. So I'm anxious to see if what comes in MagSafe will hold, especially the 12 Pro Max. That's my next question. And then to find someone that is going to make a magnetic Qi charging mount.
So does anyone else?
I can be wireless. Today's Mac Voices is supported by SaneBox, AI for your email. I'm delighted to welcome SaneBox back as a sponsor of Mac Voices. I signed up for SaneBox years ago, and I have no idea how many hours, days, even weeks worth of time it has saved me, but it is a service I never want to do without. Implementing SaneBox is painless because you don't have to change anything about the way you do email now. Use your existing client, existing address, nothing changes, except that SaneBox helps you organize your email by triaging the important emails into your inbox and directing all that other stuff to the Sane Later folder for you to review at your convenience. Manage your email on your phone? No problem. SaneBox works at the server level, so you get all of the benefits without having to make any changes to what you're using now. There's a lot more to say about SaneBox, but for now, I want you to visit sanebox.com/MacVoices to get the details and save $25 on any subscription package. That's sanebox.com/MacVoices to save $25 on any subscription. sanebox.com/MacVoices. Thanks, and welcome back to SaneBox as a Mac Voices sponsor.
Were any of you guys also fascinated that Apple was like, we brought back MagSafe, and then additionally, this time we're going to let everybody else in on the party? Because that was the part that blew me away, was like, oh yeah, everybody gets in on it this time. And I'm wait, what? So
if they fail, everybody's suckered in.
Kelly, though, I don't know if I was that surprised, simply because it will support the MagSafe part. And that, that obviously has some appeal. But even if you don't have a MagSafe charger, as I understand it, the Qi chargers will still work just fine. It's just not as effectively.
Oh, no. But I mean, like, Belkin gets to make a MagSafe charger, and Moshi and Mofi and Skosh and like, everybody else gets to make MagSafe stuff. Because when MagSafe was a MacBook only feature, I'm pointing at my MacBook like you can see it. When MagSafe was only on a MacBook, nobody else got in on that. You weren't allowed. It wasn't a thing. Right. So that was the thing I thought was interesting.
I see what your point is, Kelly, because you're right. Apple's never been open with this stuff, and it just seems like recently, within the last 2 years, that Apple has freed up and said, "Hey, let's let them have it."
Like,
let's open it up. Let's open it up. Just like the rumors tend to leak out a lot more than they had in the past. I mean, going back a long time ago. I mean, back in the old days where even Steve Jobs shut his site down because of the rumors.
The rumor was legit was because you'd read the rumor over at Grady's Power Page or whatever, and then like 24 hours later, all that would be there would be the takedown notice, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, it was true." I remember that. So I want to back up a second and tell you guys about like, Chuck, you were talking about cases with features. The thing that's funny to me is the thing that I don't think a lot of people notice. The thing that I love the most about the Spigen case is I can push all the buttons, and it's not an act of God to get the volume changed or the side button pushed, because sometimes it's really hard. But a thing that I think is awesome, and I was going to show you the case that I have, but it's my 11 Pro case. It's not my 12 Pro case. And that is a case from a company called Clickr. And they make cases that are that have a kickstand built in. So they've sent me one. This is the next thing that's going on my phone. And the reason that the Clickr thing has appeal to me, and it's hard to see because it's all black. It's like super duper black. But the reason that their stuff is interesting to me is because they make both a kickstand case, and they also make a little kickstand that you can just slap on the case that you already have and like. So the way it works is let's see if I can do it without it being attached to
Oh,
the
I'm
case,
looking for one of those.
Okay, so you pop this out and then you push it down and pop it back into the sides. And then this is my favorite part of this case. And then also like it can just stand up if you want to, do something with it. But they make these in a few different colors as well. And I'm sort of giving them a commercial right now, but I really like them. And the other thing I can tell you is that when I got my 12 Pro, Mr. Kelly got my 11 Pro. And the case that's on it is the Clickr case that I have. And he hasn't taken it off yet. So
can I ask a question?
He might be adjusting to the kickstand. Yes,
Kelly, that looks from what you're showing that it's only set that you could use it in portrait mode.
Well, you can when you let's see if I can get it back apart. So when you pop it down, at least on my phone,
just rotate.
Yeah, if you set it like this, it's still a nice angle when it's up. Like you can still get it to stand upright, at a nice viewing angle. I've used it both ways because I will sometimes, occasionally, if I'm like trying to fast charge my phone, I will plug the cable in because I have a couple of fast chargers, and then I will set it sideways to continue reading a book or whatever it is that I was doing, and leave it that way. And so
doing what?
That works. Reading a book.
An electronic book, right?
Yeah. But like Audible.
I'm trying to remember what a book is.
Yeah.
PDF, I know those.
I love books. Anyway, so Clickr makes cases, but they also make like if you have a case you love, you can just add this to it like a pop socket kind of. And so I think that's very interesting. So I'll have a review of those over at macobserver.com at some point.
The whole idea of adding something, and I have not had my hands on the Clickr case, but I think it's really interesting that we have the MagSafe situation now, just like we had the Qi before. But now we have MagSafe, and Apple has come out with the little, the wallet case. But they're saying, okay, if you're going to charge it with MagSafe, you probably don't want to keep your credit card in there, because of demagnetizing. And I'm just wondering, with all the things that we all like to add to our phones, and you mentioned the pop socket, which is unbelievably popular, even though I don't care for them. They're huge. I have to wonder how that is going to work. How everyone is going to work around that with the MagSafe to try to continue to have it convenient and usable. Because I don't want to be taking my case off every time I need to charge the phone. But
the nice thing about the wallet is that you can just pop it off and then set your phone down and it's fine. Right. And what I can tell you is that I regularly wirelessly charged my 11 Pro and in the Clickr case, and it was fine. It didn't care.
Good. Okay.
So that does work, at least with the case that I had. So like while we're sitting here, I'm going to just put this other case on my phone. So like at least with the MagSafe, it's easy. Like I have in the drawer over there a case for I think it's, I don't remember what phone it's for, but I have a case where the back sort of slides open and you can tuck credit cards into the little pocket kind of on the back. Chuck, you've seen it because it was my dub case. I had it for going places and doing things because I could put my hotel key and my Visa and my ID like all in the back of my phone, which is in my hand like 24/7 when I'm someplace like dub. And then I had everything in one place and I didn't have to worry about it. Because as you know, my pocket space is at a premium because I basically don't have any. So anything I can do to slim that stuff down and condense is great. That case, I couldn't charge wirelessly with it. And if I wanted, I would either have to take everything out every night to set it on a wireless charger if that's what I wanted to do, or take the case off. And the PETA factor on that is very high. So that's one thing that I liked about the wallet was they were sort of like, it just pops right off and you can set your phone on the charger and move on with your day. And I thought that was, in that case anyway, at least a very clever way to manage that, because that's a thing that's a problem with all of those.
Right.
So this is nice.
Wow, Kelly,
this is narrow.
Kelly,
sorry, I put the Clickr case on and now I'm like, so this is the Clickr.
Yeah, it's hard to come off.
Yeah, it's a little hard to pop open and then you push it down and then
go.
Yeah. So then it'll sit like this.
Oh, I like that.
Or like this. And then the thing I like about it is that then picking it up, I don't think I latched it hard enough. Picking it up is very easy at this point, generally if I can keep it latched. because I can stick my fingers in there and then I know it's not going to fall out of my hand.
That's great. I never thought of those as an attachment. I always look for a case with one built onto it.
Yeah, and they make a case that it is built on, but they also make just the accessory. So if you have a case you like, you don't have to give the features of that case up.
I'm not married to the thing.
And I've had cases with kickstands built in, and the only problem with them, I love them while they work, but then with all that movement and sooner or later something wears out, and either the kickstand won't fold in properly or won't stay out properly. Yeah. And then if you become enamored with it, then you have to buy a whole new case. I love the idea of just being able to stick it on something that I already own and enjoy. So very nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but Kelly, you were asking us what other accessories. I think that was the way you phrased it.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, I know I don't have anything else planned for my phone. And
I didn't know if anybody was like, oh yeah, I'm going all in on the MagSafe and I bought one for the car and one for the nightstand, or if it was just going to be like, I buy my, like my baseline is like, I'm going to buy a clear case because I bought for me myself. Yes. I bought a clear case because I want to make sure I have any kind of protection because there are stone floors in parts of my house, and because I occasionally have been known to drop my phone. So I at least like to have something on there. So I always buy a clear case and then we'll try out if something looks interesting, or it's one of those systems where it's got the metal plate in the back so you can magnet it to all the other things, and there's a system or different there's a kickstand on the back or whatever, and try out sometimes those other things. But so I didn't know if there was anything particular with this phone that maybe you guys were all looking at. So nothing that you don't already have, right? Aside from maybe a MagSafe charger.
So I may dabble in the MagSafe charger just for pure curiosity. It's not terribly expensive, so I'd like to see, what it's all about. I may even look at getting the additional case and having the MagSafe case that Apple makes. They have a clear one, which attracted me too. So I'd like to see what it. I put it on my birthday list, so we'll see what I get. So, other than that, I agree with Chuck. There is really much else I would probably need. I mean, I've already got all the chargers that I need beyond that. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything on the list right now, but that doesn't mean that the developers are ingenious. I mean, because they come out with things and they make you think about different ways to use your phone.
Right.
And so the one thing I'm going to have to go and look once I get it in hand is to make sure that I have a tripod mount of adequate width for that large. I don't think I'll have a problem, but this is a little bit larger phone, and so and I think that in my opinion, that's going to be something that everybody's going to want, because with the capabilities of these new phones, and especially the night vision. You can take some great pictures at night, but you're going to get better pictures if you put it on a tripod. If it's just that quick casual thing, that's one thing. But
the Glif.
How about the mount like that?
Glif,
the Glif.
I mean, I mean, this should still work. I mean, I would think. I mean, I don't think the 12 Pro Max is going to get much bigger than the 11 Pro. If it's nice, I hear.
Okay.
So.
We're going to blow ourselves up off the Earth, and another race is going to come from another planet one day. And the first thing they're going to find is a Glif. I swear.
I've been looking at the tripod attachments too, because I realized we went on a trip last weekend before my phone showed up. We went to Crater Lake, and while we were there, just to see what would happen, I because it was actually dark. Which you don't get generally in civilization. And we were out in straight up wilderness. And so I took pictures, and I got pictures of the stars with my 11 Pro. I pointed it at the sky and went, there's a constellation that I recognize, and I took the picture, and it was really hard to stay still, but I managed to stay still enough. And I can pick out in the picture, I can pick out the constellation that I was taking the photo of. And
awesome.
and I was like, my phone is coming Tuesday, and I still can't get over the phone that I have in my hand. And so I'm even more excited to get to take another trip. I'm not doing it anytime soon because while we were there, it was 13 degrees, and that's a ludicrous thing to do on purpose. But the things you do when you love somebody. So
wait, she pointed at the closet.
No,
she pointed at the closet. She's pointing again.
I'm pointing at Mr. Kelly's desk because he occasionally will sit back there, never when I'm on video. So but it's it was really, really great to get, and I took great pictures on that trip. I posted it on Instagram, the brilliant thing that I discovered on accident, which is that you can use portrait mode without it being a person. And I just assumed portrait mode was using facial recognition, like there's a face, so I can make portrait mode happen. And I took a picture with portrait mode on accident, and it turned out awesome. And it was really, really great. So anyway, that was like my pro tip. But since we didn't have anything else to talk about, Chuck, and Frank mentioned that he had this gimbal, I really want to find out more about that because I want to do more video with my phone. Actually, wait, I want to do more video with my video camera that can occasionally take a phone call.
Well, if you're getting the 12, you're in good shape because if you're getting the Pro, Pro Max, okay, you got the Pro Max.
I've got the Pro, not the Max, but I've got the Pro.
The Pro Max has a larger sensor in it that has an optical feature. Because, even though we've made amazing strides, I've mentioned before, in computational.
Sure. Computational photography is great, but nothing beats a bigger sensor.
But it's right. But the thing is, I mean, as far as smoothness, it used to be that when you would do that and it would try to compensate for it, you get these really horrible artifacts. But with an optical thing, it's much smoother. Okay. And with these new gimbals, the Osmo, right now, the one you want to get, the new version, I think, is the Osmo 4.
I've got the old Osmo.
Well, I had the 2. I had that for about 3 months, and then they came out with the 3. And the 2, I took to the last Mac stock. And the 2, they had removed the features that everybody liked in Osmo 1. So then, after I get the Osmo 2, 3 months later, they come out with the Osmo 3, putting the features back in plus more. So I go and buy that, and then, of course, 6 months later, they come out with the Osmo 4. But the Osmo 3 is good enough for what I do, but definitely look at Osmo 4, DJI.
I didn't realize that you had that at MacStock, or I would have tried to take it for a spin because I've been interested in getting a nice gimbal to kind of, and I even pointed my camera at you, Frank.
I gave you the clothes to the whole show. What do you want?
It was brilliant. It was my favorite. It was so good.
We got trouble now.
Oh, here we
go. Now it's happening.
Oh, we're all dancing.
I don't know about everybody. I'm dancing.
Guy, you know you're the only one that can hear the music that you're dancing to, right? You know that?
No. Everyone can hear the music. You're just ignoring the music. That's what's going on here.
You know,
the music is there. The music is real.
Oh, he does have earpods. I was going to say, it looked from where I was sitting like you had nothing in your ears, and I'm thinking the music.
No, there's nothing between my ears.
Oh, okay.
It's an important distinction.
Yes.
And I'd like to point out that Guy beat me to that. So just
maybe there is something between my ears then. I don't know.
Your glasses.
Yeah.
They're just there to hold up the eyewear.
I don't think I even need these, or do I?
No, I took mine off. I got sick because I was.
Depends. How many people do you see on the call now?
The 10.
There you go.
There, now I've got a degree.
I have a degree. It's my antiperspirant.
Oh boy.
So
oh my gosh.
If you thought the first part of this MacVoices live panel was crazy, wait till you get to part 2. 2 more panel members join, and we talk about shooting video with our phones, some tips and tricks on shooting video, the Apple Silicon Macs, and who would or would not buy the first ones off the line. That's next time on this edition of MacVoices Live. Until then, and as always, thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.